Hello, Forever Family. Once again, it's time to do another Bible study video to make disciples. Have you ever wondered if all the Bible versions share the same message? Well, that's what God has given me the calling to do, to try to find out. And to introduce you to a Bible study website that's trying to do that, www.wherescripturespeaksclearly.org, which has over 2,500 complete book studies, topical teachings, different formats to share in the gospel. There are some messages done in up to almost 50 different versions of the Bible. Why do you think that's been done? Well, www.wherescripturespeaksclearly.org has a tagline that's called Passion to Make Disciples. That's what God has given us, passion to make disciples, to do the same message and as many versions of the Bible as the Lord opens up, and as many different platforms as the Lord has opened up, to do the same message, to reach whoever, so they can get to a relationship with Jesus, the Messiah, the Yeshua. And so there's also a Facebook page, Parler, MeWe, YouTube, and Twitter. They all have the same name, Where Scripture Speaks Clearly. We read Genesis 12, verse 1 through 9 from the TLB version of the Bible. God had told Abram, "Leave your own country behind you and your own people, and go to the land I will guide you to. If you do, I will cause you to become a father of a great nation. I will bless you and make your name famous, and you will be a blessing to many others. I will bless those who bless you and curse those who curse you, and the entire world will be blessed because of you." Before we go to verse 4, I have 3 questions for you. Has God called you to do something? Are you doing it your way or the way he told you to do it? Are you searching for Jesus, Messiah, the Yeshua? Would you hear him right now if he's whispering to you? See, we trust Isaiah 55:11 that says if we just share scriptures, it goes out to accomplish everything we has planned for that message and does not come back void. Do you think you're too old to do what God has called you to do? We continue reading Genesis chapter 12, verse 4. So Abram departed as the Lord had instructed him, and Lot went too. Abram was 75 years old at that time. He took his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, and all his wealth, the cattle and slaves he had gotten in Haran, and finally arrived in Canaan. Traveling through Canaan, they came to a place near Shechem and set up camp beside the oak of Moreh. This area was inhabited by the Canaanites at that time. Then Jehovah appeared to Abram and said, "I am going to give this land to your descendants." And Abram built an altar there to commemorate Jehovah's visit. Afterwards, Abram left that place and traveled southward to the hilly country between Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. There he made camp and made an altar to the Lord and prayed to him. Then he continued slowly southward to Negreb, pausing frequently. Genesis 12, verse 1 through 9, in the TLB version of the Bible. As a Christian, I'm supposed to share the gospel, so I've done my part. Will you do your part? Whatever platform you're watching this video on, let it know if this message reached you or if you're engaged in this message and why. Leave a positive comment. What I've learned in ministry, sometimes it takes one courageous person to leave a positive comment for other people to also leave another positive comment. So I'm going to help you with that. In the comment section, I'm going to leave some questions, and I'd love for you to answer those questions. The only purpose of these questions is to find out who's watching these videos so that we can team together to share the gospel better. That's the only purpose. You want to store treasures for yourself in heaven? Well, on these platforms, we just use scripture to explain scripture. So if you hit the share button, you are actually doing the Great Commission. So the message you heard here, you're going to share with your friends. And as soon as everybody hears the gospel, decides where they want to spend eternity, guess what? We all get to go home to heaven. Maybe because you hit that share button or you got involved in these different sites, you get to hear, "Well done, good and faithful servant." So like a year ago, God put in my heart to make some shirts and some masks. On the front and back of the shirts, there's scripture. And on the mask, there's a picture of the bookcase of Bibles I started this website on. I'm going to put these videos on the different platforms. I'd love to get your opinion on them. When God puts other stuff in my heart to do, I'm always going to do videos and put them on the different platforms to get your feedback as well. So like, share, follow, subscribe to these different sites so you can always know when there's something new. Rate these videos, like these videos, get involved in these sites. They're small groups, so if you join them, guess what? Because you join them, we get to reach more people. And maybe at the end of our lives, we can hear, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Don't you want to hear that? Well, then hit that share button right now. So I've done my part in sharing the gospel, and now I'm asking you to do your part. Whatever platform you're watching this on, let the platform know if this message reached you or if you're engaged in this message and why. Leave a positive comment. Hit the share button and store treasures for yourself in heaven as you do the Great Commission by just hitting the share button. Like, share, follow, subscribe to these different sites. You can always know when there's something new. Rate these videos and leave comments. Get involved in these different sites, and maybe because you acted, maybe somebody else will act in a positive way as well. So now that you watched this video, go to Where Scripture Speaks Clearly. They all have the same name. There's a Facebook page, Parler, MeWe, YouTube, and Twitter. It's called Where Scripture Speaks Clearly. But there's a website that has more content. It's called www.wherescripturespeaksclearly.org. Go to all these different sites so you can always know when there's something new. Get involved in these different sites. Rate these videos, like these videos. Share with your friends what you hear here. And we work as a family sharing the gospel. And at the end of our life, we can hear, well done, good and faithful servant. So now, if you watch this video, go to Where Scripture Speaks Clearly. There's a Facebook page, Parler, MeWe, YouTube, and Twitter. Same name. And then www.wherescripturespeaksclearly.org, which has the same message done in up to 50 different versions of the Bible. And there's 2,500 complete book studies, topical teachings right there now. And I'm always adding more book studies, topical teachings in different formats of sharing the gospel. So keep coming back. It's goodbye for now, but I hope to see you again soon.